And then there was an adult there, like she was dressed up in her Sunday going to church clothes, and she was clunking too, clunk, clunk, clunk. And she had these like kind of low high heels on, and you could see that the shoes were like 4 times too big for her feet. I didn't get it. So she was dragging her shoes because she couldn't pick them up, so she had to drag them, clunk, 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 drag, clunk, drag, clunk, clunk, drag, clunk. Hey everyone, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you from the bunker system. 54 degrees out there today. The grass is growing like crazy, and it loves these cool days. The grass loves to grow in the cool, hot, and then sunny, and then whatever days. Anyway, okay, go on. What's going on? I looked for Angry Orchard, the variety pack Angry Orchard at Myers, and they didn't have it. So this is great too because it's named Reds. This cider. It says brewed like a beer. I have no idea. Anyway, 5%. So the only story I got today is, I got a stack of records. Let's just start out with saying 50-cent day at Half Price Books. You go through the 50-cent bin, then you go up to where the records are that they think are worth more money. I mean, it's funny. You can tell when a new person's doing the pricing because what they think is more valuable is up on the top rack. And you'll find the same record in the 50-cent bin, and both of them are only worth 50 cents. You know, very rarely do I find anything that they think is priced very, you know, anyway, never, I'm cutting it out. But just curiosities, that's what I meant to say. There were curiosities in the 50-cent bin, just things that aren't oddities. Yes, they are, in a way. Maybe not. I don't know. Cut it all out. Interesting things. Okay, we're going to jump right in, but first I'm going to tell the story. A few days ago, it was pretty warm. I'm driving to pick the wife up, and there's a crack. And immediately after the crack, I get slammed in the ear with something. I think it's a ricochet off my car door frame. It hurt like hell, and I grabbed my ear and I'm waiting for it to start bleeding. I'm looking at it, I'm slowing down in the middle of the road thinking there's going to be all this blood. It just hit, whatever hit it really hard, and I finally look back and there's a guy weed whacking the lot of the shopping area there. I think he just threw a stone, but man, it's still kind of smart. Owie. Okay, let's get right into the records. Wait a minute. Now, something I never find at Half Price Books are 10 inches, but I found 2 nice Gleason 10-inch records today with the terrific covers, Music for Lovers Only, Bad Habits cover, Cigarettes and Booze, and part 2 of this one, Music, Martinis, and Memories. Curiosity, a stack of curiosities I found in Half Price Books today. Sorry. Columbia Specialty Products. Records with covers I've never ever seen. Professional looking records on Columbia, covers that I've never seen. On Columbia Specialty Products, something called the Archive Series. And I don't know what that is. Normally when I find records, Columbia Specialty Products, it's like an advertising piece for an air conditioner company or something that they've done for someone else, and it's usually a collection of tunes, compilation. But in this case, they're not. It's just so that what follows are curiosities, including Richard Maltby. Hello, young lovers. Percy Faith with Ellen Farrell. Ellen Farrell singing. I don't know who she is, but there she is with Percy Faith. Stormy Weather, that's one of my favorites. She does that one. That's also Columbia Specialty Products. Just Arrived the Pilgrims, an exciting new group on the folk scene. A country album, George Morgan and Marion Worth, Columbia Specialty Products. Bobby Hackett. I don't have any of his records. I know the name. Same deal there. Oh, this looks horrible. Clap Hands, Clap Hands. Oh, Luther Henderson Orchestra. Oh my God, if they clap through all these songs, this is going to be horrible. Passport to Romance, another Percy Faith album. I've never seen this cover. Okay, same deal. Vincent Lopez, Michael Legrand, Strings on Fire. There's a bunch of good, like Taboos. He does a cover of Taboo on this, and some other awesome covers with this Violin on Fire or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I got this one. I blogged it, and it's a pretty good record. It's just an obscure teen surf garage band, and there's some fun stuff on it. But the same deal, the specialty product thing. The Magic World of Gordon Jennings. Leon Bibb sings. I don't know who he is. He does a cover of C.C. Ryder, though. Okay. Now we're going into the other record, still 50-cent day, the half-price books. They put this Jan and Dean down in the 50-cent bin. There's a cover of Norwegian Wood and Michelle, two Beatles songs on this album. And there were a bunch of local, this is not local, this is out of Georgia, Dallas, Georgia. It's a gospel singer. This is local, right? Yeah, Cincinnati, Ohio. It's Dorothy Hairston. And Dorothy sells herself on the back of this album as a cancer survivor. So she's, that's what she is, a cancer survivor. And a Savoy record. I never find Savoy. James Cleveland. There are a lot of his records out, but the Savoy covers are interesting. If you so choose to do so, there's a website that's devoted just to Savoy covers. Okay, they're these colorful, kind of primitive-looking paintings, and whoever did them did a ton of them, and they're very interesting. And nobody knows who painted the covers, these covers for Savoy. But there's a website dedicated to a whole series of these covers by this artist that they can't figure out who it is. Harvey. They know the name. They don't know who Harvey is or was, though. The Berry Sisters on ABC. I think there used to be 3 Berry Sisters. This must be a later album where there are only 2 of the sisters still singing together. Anyway, that looks like fun. Generally speaking, I will not pick up Ronnie Aldridge albums, but I don't have this one, and it's kind of a goofy cover. It's a gatefold. This is cool. This is a promotional album for Masonite. It's a promotional album for Masonite. This is why this is so awesome, because the whole album cover is covered in photographs of paneling, Masonite paneling from the 70s. So there's some really terrific, just strange. Why? He's like, why is there so much paneling? Well, the 70s was, everything was paneled in the 70s. If your grandmother was sitting still for a moment in the basement, she got paneled over with Masonite paneling that looked just like this. So that's a fun record to have. Skitch Henderson music on the record. Dick Kessner. I found another one of his albums. Amazingly enough, I thought I had them all. He played for Lawrence Welk, and violin player, a Stradivarius he had. And he made 2 or 3 really, really good kind of exotica records that's really obscure because you don't think, you know, he went out and did his own thing, you know, while he wasn't messing around with Lawrence Welk. I think he became the musical director for the show, too. This could be fun. I'm not saying this is one of them, but it could be fun. I don't have it anyway. Also in the 50-cent bin, a really nice copy of The Ventures Telstar, okay? And a Martin Denny that I don't have. Exotica Today, which means it was made later. Here's a photograph of Martin and his band on the back. From when? I don't know, but it certainly looks like the 70s to me. Anyway, that would be fun. This is a great Paul Weston. I don't know if it's a great album, but the cover, it's just unusual. It's a really nice painting. Paul Weston, Dreamtime music, just really fabulous. It looks, it's definitely from, I'd say it's from the 50s. That's my guess. Probably 57 or 58. Freddie the Dreamers in the 50-cent bin. And Rare Earth, Get Ready, a Rare Earth album. A real budget horn record featuring the Trumpet Man, but there's a cover of Michelle on it, so that could be fun. Winecoat. This could be wacky. It's a double record set. How to Study and Win. How to Study and Win for Children. It's children, how to do homework, how to handle grown-ups. Individuals, families, not society, sets values for their children. Even back in the day, these people were aware that people were brainwashing their kids. Not their form of brainwashing, but another form of brainwashing. Shirley Bassey is really something. I don't know who she is, but I've got this album now, and we'll listen to it. Spinning Wheels. Ooh, she does a cover of My Way. The Soulful Strings. I've got this album that's in the photograph, and it's really good. And I can't remember if I've got this one. I probably do, but it was 50 cents today. I picked it up just to be sure. Now, I've got this record. It's a drawing of God's hand throwing a fireball at someone on earth, perhaps all of us. But it's a local record, okay? And I blogged it. Why'd you buy another copy? Yeah, it was 50 cents day. Okay, but I found 3 other records by the same dude. There he is. There's a photograph of the dude with his choir in kind of like the garden setting of the church. It's like they made a whole jungle on stage at the church. That's kind of cool. Here he is. It's another drawing right there, but there's a photograph on the back of Robert Gazaway. And as I remember, the album wasn't too bad, so it was fun to find these other albums. Black gospel in Cincinnati area is rare. You hardly ever find it. It's usually white southern gospel music. This will be Doll as Dishwater, Hudson. But look at that cover. It's just classical, orchestrated classical music. But the cover is so bizarre. Rhapsody in Blue and Peter and the Wolf. And Women on the Beach. There's a great Arthur Cyrock cover. Kind of psychedelic Cyrock right there. Here's another local album. I don't know if I've had this one or not. If I did, I got rid of it because I didn't like it. I'm not sure. It's some kind of local folk, kind of folkish gospel album. And what could be worse than a disco record? Why would you even buy this? Well, I bought it because it's not real disco. It's all fake disco. It's covers of disco. So in fact, the songs could be worse than the original disco things. Whatever, okay. A sealed copy of Gertrude Patrick, local. Look at that. And that's her daughter right next to her. That's Gertrude, and that's her daughter right there. And she made 2 or 3 records, and I blocked this one. And the singing's, it's just the way she handles her songs, it's just fun. They're fun. Atonal, but fun. Okay, now, last but not least, I saved this purposely for last just because I couldn't believe the cover. And you're not going to be able to believe it either. It's apparently local California, Hollywood, California private press, from the 80s, I think, 1984, but it's Jimmy with an I, Barnett. It's Jimmy with an I, Barnett, Summertime in the City. Look what he's wearing out there in the summer in the city. Cowboy boots and little white shorts. I don't have any problem with that, frankly. But here on the inside he's wearing like a flannel shirt. There's a lyric sheet in here with lyrics printed in like 4-point type. But he's wearing, and on the back he's like kind of new wave-ish punk, sort of like, here's my new wave-ish punk look. But this is the photograph he picked to sell his record. Right there. At least it's a Fender guitar.